U.S. Immigration Attorney Carlos Colombo with you today, and we're going to be discussing the EB-2 National Interest Waiver. What are the requirements? How do you qualify? And what are the benefits of applying for this direct route to a U.S. green card? What are those requirements for an EB-2 NIW? Let's try to explain those to you in an easy way, because a lot of people get confused as to who may qualify for an EB-2 NIW. A lot of people think that in order to qualify, you need to have extraordinary ability, have a project in the US that is extremely important. And a lot of people are surprised that normal professionals that may have advanced degrees or work experience could actually apply for this green card. So let's break it down for you. First of all, you need to have a certain level of education and experience. What are those requirements? There are three ways you can qualify under the education or experience. Number one, you may have a master's or a doctorate. That's one way to qualify, but you don't need to have that high level. Number two, you could have a bachelor's degree or the US equivalent to a bachelor's degree, and 5 years or more of experience in the field. So for example, if you have a degree in engineering, a bachelor's degree, 4 years of university or more, and you currently have 7 or 8 years of experience, you would qualify, you would meet that first requirement for the EB-2 NIW. That's one way. If you don't have that level of experience or education, there is another way, which is exceptional ability, and we will list those requirements for you. You need to meet at least 3 of the requirements that are listed here on the screen. And that way, if you meet exceptional ability and you don't have the degree of the experience, you can also qualify for EB-2 National Interest Waiver. So that's the first part of the analysis. That's the first part of the requirements. Most people will qualify having a bachelor's degree and 5 years of experience, or a master's and a doctorate. The second part is meeting the national interest section of the law. And there is where some creativity comes in place, and also our experience in representing thousands of applicants successfully to apply for the EB-2 National Interest Waiver. You do not have to have a project where you won the Nobel Prize, or that you're going to have something that is going to have a massive impact in the US. Normal professionals can apply. There's not a list of people or certain professionals that qualify and a list of people that don't qualify. Any professional in the fields, so long as they meet those requirements that I just described, can apply for an EB-2 National Interest Waiver. You would have to show that your contributions as a professional will have certain positive impacts. We will assist you in understanding exactly how you can meet those requirements with the experience of thousands and thousands of professionals that we have represented in the United States successfully to make that dream come true of applying for an EB-2 National Interest Waiver. Most of the time, those professionals are abroad. You can also be here in the United States. You do not need to be in the US to apply for the EB-2 National Interest Waiver. What are the benefits of obtaining an approval of the EB-2? Well, that is a direct application for a green card. So you as a professional will obtain a green card. Your spouse will also obtain the green card, and your children under 21 will benefit. So the entire family can benefit from your application. You do not need to have a sponsor in the US. You do not need a US company to petition for you. That is one of the great advantages of the EB-2 National Interest Waiver, is that you don't need it, because it is very difficult nowadays to obtain a company to petition for you. The National Interest Waiver application does just that. You do not need that US company to petition for you. And finally, you do not need to make an investment. There are investment visas. Those cost a lot of money. Nowadays, the US government has put the cost of a green card via investment is over $800,000. So with the EB-2 national interest waiver, you do not need a US company sponsoring you. You do not need to make an investment in the US. These are some of the great benefits, and you will be able to work, live, and study with your family permanently here in the US. So if you think that you meet those qualifications, here underneath you will have a link to our website where you can fill out the information, provide us with a copy of your CV, your resume. We will do an analysis for you, see if you could qualify, and also walk you through the process to make sure that you understand what your options may be. We hope that this information is helpful and that we can assist you in your EB-2 national interest waiver case in the near future. It's always a pleasure to be able to share these news with you.